Hi, this is Lee with learningwithlee.com. We are going to make images into links today. There's a couple things I want to different things I want to show you. Now we did links before. How did we do them? Right, we used anchor tags, opening and closing anchor tags. We gave the anchor tag an attribute, right? And that's the link we want it to go to, right? HTTP. And then what do we do? How do we get there? Between the opening and closing attributes, between the opening and closing tags, oh dear, we write the words we want them to click on, right? And that's what we do to make a link. Now, if we want an image to be clickable, the image is going to be our link, then we would just put an image right there, right? This is the part we want to click on. That's the part you click to go to the link. We're just going to put an image there, and you'll be able to click on it, okay? Since there was a lot of these big long things in there, I went ahead and pasted this in already. Let me walk you through it. Here's the anchor tag, the hyperreference attribute, the link we want to go to. Okay, that's the opening anchor tag, ends there. Here's the closing anchor tag. And then in between is the image tag. Remember, the image tag is self-closing. There's no closing image tag because nothing goes in between the opening and closing. It's just an attribute for the image. So we put the source. SRC is the abbreviation for source. We put the source in there. We use an equal sign and quotation marks to put an attribute in. And we put the link we want it to go to. All right, should we go ahead and take a look at that? Let's save it as lesson 11. And we'll drag it up. And there's the image. And you can see it's a pointer here and then a finger here that shows us that it's something we can click on. It's a link. You're going to be able to control if it's a pointer or a finger or other image when we get to more design things. But this is like the Chrome on Chrome, so this is the Chrome browser default for a link. Makes a little finger there. So I click on it, and there we go, it worked. Okay, but normally when we are using images, we're not going to link to ones online. Sometimes we do, but mostly you're going to want to have your own images saved as part of your project. So let's save this image with our lessons. I'm going to make a new folder called Images. In our Images folder, we'll just go ahead and keep this name Web Design Intro.jpg or PNG, maybe is more commonly used online. Both work well, but you just need to remember what you use, right? When you are telling the computer to look for a file name, it has to be exact or it's not going to recognize it. So let's save that, and we're going to link to that instead. And if I did it right, it will be this. This is how we'll link to it. So image, just a different way to do an image tag. Image source equals quotation marks, right? And here's the closing for the image tag and the closing quotation marks. Now, what does this say? This dot backslash means in the current folder where lesson 11 is, this is the current folder. So in the folder where lesson 11 is, look for another folder called images. And then in that folder, look for the JPG file called Web Design Intro. So let's see if that works. Is that what we named it? It has to be exact or it's not going to work. Let's check. Images, Web Design Intro. Yep. All right, let's go. Lessons 11. And then we'll talk more about. So there's two images now, right? The first one's not a link and the second one is a link. So we can make that first one a link as well, right? All you have to do is put it inside anchor tags. Remember, the spacing is not important. You can space it out If that makes it clearer to your brain what's going on, feel free to space out your code. Over a little bit. Okay, let's refresh the page. Control S and save, and then refresh the page, and now it's a link. All right, so let's go back and look at that. We can actually look at it on this page too. Here is the file path. Okay, it's saying look for the HTML file named Lesson 11 in the Lessons folder, in the Projects folder, in the Documents folder, right? In this user's Documents folder, look for these things. That's the path, the file path. Okay, now these, I call them folders because that's what they look like on your computer, right? They're these little folders. And it's called, you know, they call it a new folder, right? Add a folder. New folder, right? That's what we call them. That's the common name for it. But the technical name for a folder is a directory, right? This is the lessons directory. It's the projects directory. So the documents directory. So all this is saying is in the current directory, you'll look in the images directory for the file, the JPG file, Web Design Intro. Okay, that's another way to do an image. Instead of linking to something online that might disappear on you, you can save your own images and link to them for your computer. And when you get your lessons online proper, they will be saved with your project. And you'll have them. You'll always have them, you won't lose them. So that's a useful tool. So grab some images from online, grab some links, put them together, put them on a page, and just play around with it some more, okay? And then get brave and save another picture in your images folder and link to it this way as well. Try both ways, all right? This one you're going to end up using more often when you get coding. So practice it, okay? Use it now, okay? I said okay, 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 so you better be answering okay. All right, see you next lesson.